This series was brought to you by the legendary Zeno tier Patreon member Ghost, who chose this anime for me to cover, and he said he wanted you all to be able to see it too for free. Let's hear it in the comments for Ghost, and now let's hop right in.
ごめん、起こしちゃった？まだ寝ててもいいわよ。
Genuinely really out there, but not to mention beautiful and wild looking colour palette on display. Also though, the adorable in real life and adorable in anime Emilia from ReZero and Megumin from Konosuba. Animation wise, I thought these two scenes looked gorgeous, especially the second with the world in the background looking so equally gorgeous.
綺麗なお星様。
Kawaii! Also though, Shion from Tensura.
流れ星?
For me personally, a very RPG-ish feeling intro, like you'd get in a JRPG mainly.
お父様、心はしっかりと主様に仕えてみせます。
Agnes Claudel from the newest Trails games. See what I was saying from the start about the incredible looking colours? Like, it's so bright and vivid, entirely fitting of a game to my mind. 2 wins here. Firstly, not walking on the spot. Secondly, the scene itself just looking so good. How can I not? Establishing the comedy style extremely early on with a very Konosuba-ish tint to it. I always like when an anime details the making of food, taking the extra step instead of just showing it already completed. You cannot tell me that this doesn't look extremely Konosuba-like. I'm a big fan of extra added details like this, I must admit. How it transitions from epic fantasy to 1990s RPG, getting your ass handed to you in the earlier levels. Video game reference! If you've been around on the channel for a while, you'll know swords looking all unique like this are my jam. It's a shame you can't get decent RPGs with totally unique swords and armors nowadays. Okay, first of all, you know that's Konosuba animation. Enough said. It might as well be season 3. But also, that is so clearly my boy Kazuma from Konosuba as well. Didn't even need to look it up. The mere fact alone that they didn't actually go all that far away from where they were initially. Super long distance not running on the spot. What an awesome looking zoomed out shot of the whole capital city.
ここランドソルはアストライア大陸の最大国家で、この町はその首都なのです。
Impressively poured quite a few tasty looking frames into these panning shots of the city, with characters moving around in them, breathing life into the shots.
いらっしゃい。おや、可愛らしい兄弟だね。何？
Seiko from High School of the Dead.
ごめんごめん。で、どのクレープ？
Not just filling the streets with life as per 2 Wins pack, but actually making the locations look massively unique. Like, this is right up there for me with some of the best of the best. Look at the detail! I had a feeling he was going to do this, having been kind of recently born into the world, I guess, but it was still way more funny than I figured it'd be, especially her reaction.
それは食べ物ではないので、ペッてしてくださいって。
No idea if it was intentional, but how when he spits the coin out, a sound effect plays? That could be the getting a coin sound. If so, that's super creative. Legit tasty looking.
かくなる上は父から譲り受けたこの杖を。
His personality comes across quite nicely when he stops her from pawning her staff her father had given her in order to gain money for an inn. My god, look at how beautiful looking that city is at night.
主様のために。
That is so funny. The lovely peaceful music as she's falling asleep with thoughts of tomorrow, interrupting by the dragging sounds of these bloody wolves again. So good against Max wins.
お金大切。
お金大切覚えた
I'm guessing this is maybe his way of telling her that he doesn't want to be in charge of holding such a large sum of money, or maybe doesn't want to be left alone, but it's sweet either way. See what I mean by truly unique looking buildings in this one?
どうしました？私はギルド管理協会の職員。
Mako from Kill the Kill.
討伐クエストに護衛クエスト周辺にドラゴンの目撃情報あり。
Not to keep on referring back to Konosuba, but I do like how, the same as in that anime, the posters look legit handmade.
早くこのお薬を飲ませてあげないと。それにお父様とお母様から授かった件も気になります。
Super cute but insanely gullible woman alert.
リカッチ
わっしょい
お前チャーリー
Can't believe I didn't hear it during their first interaction, but he's Endeavor from My Hero Academia, and of course 2 major characters in the Trails game series, baby!
すごいやつ
まだ俺がかけて信じてるのか
These guys are insanely funny.
こちらです、主様。
What a lovely way to introduce a new location with that fancy display, but also more seriously, I like how they're super varied looking locations thus far too. Oh my goodness, that is adorable!
プチコ、ここに隠れて。
Perhaps even more adorable is her deciding to protect the little critter too. I also enjoy how magic is being dealt with in this one, with actual items being used, such as this book. At least so far, anyway.
お腹ペコペコのペコリーヌ様。
What's a name to come up with on the spot? I'm giving that max wins again, and I'll tell you why. Firstly, of course, the animation is stunning, but secondly, it's giving the mushrooms very human-like voices. That was hilarious. Going with almost entirely hand-on animation there. When you do a lovely zoom-out shot and then slightly rotate it, you gotta score that win. I gotta say, it's early doors, but the frigging comedy is top-notch in this one so far. Was cool to see him on his way to likely becoming a hero of sorts, I would presume, especially after seeing a flashback from, I'm guessing, an old life where he protected someone. And then even better, he's able to power everyone else up from the looks of things. That's sick! Genuinely, shockingly good-looking animation and CGI there. I am blown away by how good-looking that is. In fact, it wouldn't be fair to give it a single win. Take the max. Gotta admit, genuinely great twist that it wasn't some cute little thing. Hot dog, that is a lot of wins this episode, but I don't even care. That is hilarious. It tried to attack her, but got eaten first. The whole set of reactions and comedy, brilliant stuff. A few more kawaiizis to enter the story soon enough, which is awesome to me. Let's friggin' go!
コッコロこれからもよろしく
もちろんです、主様。
Couple more to round out the first episode. That lovely ending there, the forming of a proper team, and of course the city in the background looking so good. And finally, this creative as heck ending. I liked that. Oh, that was so cute. And by the way, rare win here, but actual cat sounding cats, as normally it's clearly a girl going meow.
行かなくちゃ。私のやるべきことをなすために。
I think the storyboarders do some cracking good looking scenes personally. Just hearing the music fade out, we've met a new character, the scene looks so good, I like it. That was easily good enough to score 2 big fat max wins for me. Great song with some lovely natural singing, and then the animation was top notch as we got to see fighting and exploring, which I adore, and to top it all off, some tasty visuals of characters we've yet to meet. Very good stuff. How do they make it look so good though? I'm just gonna say it, this anime has some brilliant levels of comedy. It's right up my street, baby. A nice way, I thought, of letting us know how serious he is taking his training, not giving up at the first hurdle, as it were. As expected from an anime that takes its visuals so seriously, so we get some great looking grub. From every single angle we're shown of the inn, it looks insanely well fleshed out with its internal set design.
Hi.
That was super adorable, basically making him a good work chart to support his efforts. Very sweet. One thing I've noted that is not often done in other anime is the lighting. You can see it changing as it pans over the scene from a distance, and even up close it keeps changing. So good. For context, the crows ate those angry mushrooms off of them. That was sapping their energy.
やばいですね。
Those gloves! She's still trying to give them the meds and they're still not running on the spot. So a little background, the Nico girl is powering these things up. I'm guessing she was behind the mushroom attack before as well, but the actual win is, she's quite the badass, isn't she?
突然人の口に熱々のご飯を押し込むなんてどういうことよ。
To be fair, a great and not to mention realistic reaction to having hot food shoved into your face, or in her case, her lips. That's just a plain old-fashioned funny and nicely added extra touch after Neko tsundele's her way out of the scene. By the way, this is what I was saying before about cool-looking magical items.
何でも財宝を集める習性があり、最近ランドソル近辺に現れていたとか。
I thought that was a nice and clever way to tie in that plot point from the first episode into this one.
ありがとうございます。私は安全なところで待ってるから。
It's good how, even though Neko thinks they are enemies currently, that she's clearly a lovely lady, and she's getting that sense here, even if her mission still screams to carry on. My god, how big of a deal is the whole gacha thing in Japan, that they're producing animation like this and CGI like this for the show? It's about what I expected, and yet somehow at the same time, it's so much more funny than I thought it'd be.
かかったわね、ペコリーナ。私のプリンセスナイトの力であんたを潰す。
I'm still blown away by the mixing together of CGI and hand animation. Expertly done, I must say. Of all the things, she ends up grabbing his afro. I love it. Like, I don't get it. How can Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2 produce that CGI, and this one has this high of a quality? You'd think the budget would be huge on Rising, but no, I guess. For clarity, he had said to her, "Have some faith in my roots," and then this happens. Two wins. Firstly, the win totally doing its job. Secondly, this god-level punch. You know, I don't think this is even CGI. It just looks so damn good. Honestly, animation's so good, I had to show it fully and give it another win. I'm blown away by that as she leaps in to save Nico. Is it really just me, or is that not insanely good looking? The most treasure looking treasure I've seen in ages, with each piece looking unique pretty much.
バカじゃないの。
A nice subtle way of showing her relaxing there with the hand.
ご飯はいつでも美味しいですが、やっぱりみんなで食べると格別です。
As many of you watching this show will know, it's one of my favourite things in anime, where everyone is gathered around eating and talking and the visuals only make it better with the setting sun.
はい、みんなで美味しいものを求め活動するギルドです。
Genuinely surprised at the twist there. Not so much the starting of a guild, but the type of guild. But it is fitting with them having enjoyed food all this time. I like it. Pretty simple visuals, a nice calming and relaxing song, and it's very warm and wholesome to be honest. Milling around the house and having fun.
首を洗って待ってなさい、ペコリーヌ。
That duality of how she is seen and how she is in reality most of the time. Big fan so far of the music in this one, and sometimes it reminds me of Re:Zero, like during the Dragon Fight's initial stages, and now here, it's more Chrono Trigger from the start of the game.
あ、かっけの人、アイス。
おいしいやばいやばい
I do love how they're friends now, basically, and how they're also still in the anime. They're such great but also hilarious voice actors, and so hearing them is a joy of mine personally. Feels as though this has turned into a nice way to track his progress in the story too.
あなたは。
Chiyo, I think her name is, from Prison School. Very personal win to me. Love that anime, and she's so weird but funny, and not to mention attractive in it. Also though, not to be forgotten, yet another kawaii oda!
お腹空いたの？
申請書いただいてきましたよ。
I must say, he's so bloody funny as a character. That comment cutting the music, and then that little thumbs up.
こちらのお店、本当に美味しゅうございますね。
最高！
I'm so weird, I just find myself loving moments like this. It's got such a calm and slice of life vibe to it. It's pretty much everything I love about RPGs, really.
ないよ。もう食材がない。
Overhaul from My Hero Academia.
これはなかなか美味でございますね。主様も。
That awesome reaction to everyone chowing down on bugs.
でも、みんなで食卓を囲めるのが嬉しくて、ついはしゃいじゃいました。
I do like how she corrects her behaviour once it's been pointed out here. Says a lot about her, really.
僭越ながら、私、ギルド申請書をいただいてまいりまして。
Her voice actress does a real nice job of making the character utterly adorable sounding, and then it mixes perfectly with the animation and the character itself.
別に。
That wall looking so damn good in the background! Looks so good with the glow at night! Putting what looks like actual writing on the page rather than just scribbles.
と言って、私をバイトとして雇ってくれることになったんですよ。
How those awesome things are affected by her movements.
新しいバイトの子かい？元気いいね。
All the dudes in this anime are freaking hilarious, bruh.
おいしいよ。
These two basically going nuts in the background, still talking.
こういうお店初めて入っちゃった。
Emma from The Promise to Neverland, but we don't speak of the second season.
ミミのお母さんに言っちゃうよ。
Very from the newest of the Trails games.
お姉ちゃん、何かおすすめありますか？
Milim from Tempura. Not pacing on the spot whilst awaiting your target.
あなたの進むべき道は私が示してあげるわ。
はい。
Story takes an interesting turn here and we learn what has been pushing her down this path, or rather in this case, who has been doing that.
バイトしてんの？そう。ってそこ！申請書こっちに向けてそわそわすんな！
To have her in the background with the guild form was a stroke of pure genius.
ここか。まずいむしりより出してる店ってな。
I love this guy's work. He's Jugo from Jujutsu Kaisen. For clarity, he's the volcano spirit, and he's Buggy the Clown in One Piece. Such a good job he does in voicing.
まずかったらこの店畳んでもらうぜな。
And there he is, with the classic voice. I'm sorry, he's totally getting the anime a follow-up with for that. It is so Konosuba-y! Brilliant! And yet also randomly quite tense with the music and everything in the build-up. Glad she kicked his ass out in the end. Actually showing something that was wrecked being repaired? What is this, an episode of One Piece? Their guild is official. Look at it though.
始めましょう。ここから。
I, for some unknown reason, have always been such a big fan of the starting from nothing and making your way up element in games and anime, so this strikes my fancy.
ただ、幽霊とかの類は出るかもしれませんが。
That. You best believe that after what I wrote 2 wins back, that actually seeing them cleaning the place out gets it another win.
私が作ります。みんなで楽しく食事できるテーブルを。
I like this moment for multiple big reasons, but it might surprise you to know that the largest is that it is important for a guild like theirs to have a big dining table, and I like the importance placed on it.
あら。その食器気に入ってくれたの？はい。
A big fat win for Hanekawa from the Monogatari universe. Having just covered the trilogy of movies, she's kind of a big deal to me now.
この町でサレンディア救護員を運営しているの。
Also though, yet another kawaii.
申し訳ありません、お嬢様。びっくりしたわよ。
Another one already?
私はサレン様にお仕えしているメイドでスズメと申します。
Another also again flying at you. It's Asoi, the frog girl from My Hero.
完璧。
Genuinely nice to see one area looking really clean.
姫様、落ち着いて。
For the comedy element, they keep doing such a good job, like here, where they cut the music to aid the comedic effect.
あなたはいいえ、
This is weird and I didn't expect it, so it's getting a plot twist win?
褒めてもらえると嬉しいな。
Again, such great timing on the cutting of the tunes to make for such a good joke.
あの窓拭きたいんだけど、手伝って。
おいっす。
ちょーい、やる気ないでしょ。
This guy is such a legend. He barely has any lines, but he's friggin' laid back and hilarious, and he's one of my favourites in the entire show already. This part of the world, meaning part of the universe the anime takes place in, really is just stupidly good looking.
彼女たちにはそれぞれの問題や使命がある。特にキャルちゃんは難しい立場にいるわ。敵もあんたの存在に気づいているわ。
Just thought that, in such a bright and funny world, it's nice to find out that the characters actually have stuff going on, although I did touch on that with Nico already, but yeah, it's nice.
特にキャルちゃんは難しい立場にいるわ。
Dude has by far the most adorable way of letting others know he's doing good.
Oh my.
I quite literally said out loud, if it's not too wide for the door, but the reveal was still brilliant.
ノバじゃないって言ってるのに。
That she grabbed her sword with her single flat hoof is amazing.
必殺モフモフストライ。
It's silly as hell, but the animation is also stunning as all heck, so take that win.
人間の姿でいられるのすごいでしょ。
I'm having some very confused feelings.
すごい。
It really is great. Their own little home and new guild hall. The end of the episode can have one more, as they left me with a very warm and wholesome feeling as they all settled into their new home together.
元気100倍です。暑かったですか？はい。
This being her thing when it comes to giving people food is amazing to me for some unknown reason. I know it's run down, but I can't help but be in awe of the detail.
はいはい。どうされました？
I love her two amazing looking horns.
大きく口を開けて。はい、いいかね。
Mei Mei from Jujutsu Kaisen. She's the one with the white hair and the young lad. Very big moments she had in season 2.
じゃあ、服脱いでお腹見。
There's a real chance of there being too many cute ladies in this show. I may have met my match. Probably not, but it's funny to imagine.
主様に力を。ついて。主様が。 They just managed to calm her down, and right away, she's again trying to cast some weird spell or whatever.
ホスピタルじゃねえ、プリズンなんだよ。
No idea if he's right or not, but for now, take one obviously for a most excellent twist. I figured it was just a weird hospital purely for lols.
お行儀の悪い患者さんです。ベッドに戻りましょうね。
No word of a lie, they made this moment quite creepy. That's well played, but also, she's the one he helped in town who had collapsed, right?
早速マスターに頼んで裏メニューを。待って、普通のご飯にして。元気出るのに。
One of the best ongoing jokes in the entire series right now has to be how they want to eat bugs or use bugs for stuff, and she's completely anti-doing that. A good job seems to have been done here of showing a poorer side to the city, and also in the background, much nicer looking houses that I guess more well-off people own.
はい、お嬢ちゃん、俺とお茶しな。
The father from Bookworm.
時間の無駄でした。さようなら。
Jeez, even better when she's not laid on the floor. Insane.
姉ちゃん、飲もう。俺と飲もう。5秒でいったらお茶し。
Remember what I said about dudes in this one being so weirdly funny?
見つけた。
Wouldn't be a harem anime without a yandere.
デッドリーバニッシュ。
I mean, come on! Look at that quality!
カースブルーム。
And that win, well, not so much for the special effects.
先生、患者が泡吹いて踊り出しました。
オッケー、予想通りの反応ね。
Oh my word! Describing what they're doing as sick moves is amazing.
上からもアンチキュースです。
They created quite the JoJo situation there. Her up top with the axe coming towards them, whilst her at the bottom also makes her way towards the stairs.
ちょっと見せて。そうそう、壁にも垂れていいから。
Yeah, that was very clever. In fairness to me, I didn't know there was a window there, but it's still clever all the same.
まあ腕は確かだから安心して。
Feels like it should get a win because in the end, she actually did treat him, which I hadn't expected really.
ただいまー。キャラちゃん、無事に3割増しで元気になったんですね。
How they didn't treat it like an episodic anime, and the next episode she's suddenly back and they're all doing something totally different as a guild.
いよいよ私たち美食殿の活動を始めたいと思いまして。
Yay! Nice to see guild activities getting underway for the first time. Quite the badass looking and not to mention sounding guild walking to their first collective mission sequence.
あの池ダメだわ。魚いないわ。
Is it just me, or is throwing your fishing rod into a fire not bloody hilarious after failing to catch fish? Feels like it's not only a somewhat big deal for their specific type of guild to be doing this, but it's also wholesome as heck. Not to mention, it's nice to see them camping too.
おい。
So stupid.
ギルドを組めて本当に良かった。
That just makes for a plain old lovely looking and sounding moment, to be honest.
顔を、
It's settled. Out of all of the jokes, this is by far the best one. It's so good every single time. So sudden. Mitsuri, the female demon slayer from season 3. Him in the background as she talks like this to the log.
ようこそタルグム村へ。
This anime is nuts, bruh. So many sites everywhere. Are all gacha game anime like this? Sign me up, baby.
この子の他にも初音という子がこの村に来てるんですが、今はどこかでお昼寝中みたい。
Kaya from One Piece. For context, that's the girl Usopp was talking to at the window back in the very early episodes.
大丈夫です。今日中に着かないといけませんから。
Cullen from Code Geass.
べっぴんさんだなんて。
So aggressive when she does it. This view of the town from a distance looking lovely.
はじめまして、可愛いビーストたち。
I didn't quite think that anything in this short battle would score a win, but then the ending of it happened, and holy dizzle! How come the town looks so good though? Wow, nice solid twist to the end of the episode and video there. Probably the best twist of the 6 episodes so far, to be fair. See you in the next one. Chrono, the Swedish Muggle, Marcellus the Roman, Nexus 47, Admiral Nugget, Moody Blues, Cody Tiffany, Timothy Wilcox, Curtis Daniels Jr., Tomo Sandy, Henrik Jensen, Roll Tide West, David Fredericks, Olive Wolf, Furious Mo, Salt Lover, Joker Rims, Rimuru, Gamer Ludwig, Onks Caliph, Donald Newburn, Robert Jackson, Sukomi Aurorum, Starkip, Kai Wolfspring, Dante's Face, Miran Arjian, Cody Niemeyer, Snowy, Sarcastic Truth, Hitter the Wicked, Will Sass, Thrasher 340, Owen Halloran, Extinct Hero, Alexander Schwartz, Dante Soul, Drake's Daughter, Rudies, Dragon Boy 1, Iso, Cameron, Mode of Rim, Tiger Lily Warrior, Knuckle Duster, Otter Ebodonisi, Christian Tarassa, Matthew Barr, Ruby Rose, Commander Cyrus, Cloud Garden, Luis Minito, Brian Bayot, Mini Masher, Garrett Vermeesh, Ryan DeVeries, Dragon Defender, Natsu Dragneel, A Joker XD, Willy Man, Laxor, TRS, Liam Gogati, Kai158, Mr. Firecool, Wacky Normal, Silence44, Lionel Schultz, Kevin Elston, Nozomi, Nick Monaco, Marvin, Satakayari, Devikel, Christopher Willis, Laxus, Michael Lewis, Lazy Joe Beard, CD Mad Gamer, Cecilia, Nick Wyndham, Nuvagown, Guru, Cedric, Kevin102, Sean, Darth Weirdo, Dragonstorm35, Cumfreak, Kelnock, Marquez, Q-Flash, Brainless Ben, Oliver Smiley Reacts, Your Edvardson, Kepan, Kyle Jones, Peter Milligan, John, The Element Taylor Wars, Amadillo, Nick Pell, Orkeeper, The Ever Commander, Jason Davies, Likely Winter, Matthew Blancett, Oscar I. Lopez, Juffer6263, Storm 970, Isel Caldera, Kevin Nauta, Dark Lord Bloody Soul, Dan, Ali 50, Bird Without a Word, Chris Harris, 9028, Headshot Hunter, Brandon Creer.